Marriage is a beautiful journey that most of us dream about, but did you know that in some countries you can legally tie the knot at a surprisingly young age? Today, we're diving into the top 10 countries where it's legal to marry young. And trust me, you won't believe how low the legal age can be. Before we jump into the list, let's set the stage. Age of marriage laws vary significantly around the world due to cultural traditions, religious beliefs, and local customs. While some countries have strict age requirements, others are surprisingly lenient. So, let's count down the countries where you can legally marry at a young age. At number 10, we have Bangladesh. Here, girls can legally marry at 18 and boys at 21. However, with parental consent and under special circumstances, girls as young as 16 can get married. Early marriages are still prevalent due to social norms and economic factors. Next on our list is Sudan. The legal marriage age is 18, but with parental consent, marriages can take place even earlier, sometimes as young as 16 or younger. This is often influenced by religious and cultural traditions that favor early unions. In Niger, a country with one of the highest rates of child marriage, the legal age of marriage for girls is 15 with parental consent. Cultural norms heavily influence this practice, and economic pressures also play a significant role in early marriages. As we continue our list, it's important to understand that while these ages might seem shockingly young, in many of these countries, marrying young is deeply rooted in tradition and often seen as a way to secure the future. At number 7 is Chad, where the legal marriage age for girls is also 15 with parental consent. Child marriages are common here, driven by cultural practices and the belief that early marriage will ensure better economic stability for families. Yemen stands out with no official minimum marriage age. While laws suggest that marriages should occur only when the individual reaches maturity, cultural norms often see girls as young as 15 or even younger getting married. Poverty and societal pressure play major roles in this practice. In the Central African Republic, the legal marriage age for girls is 18, but with parental consent, it can happen much earlier, around the age of 15. Early marriages are often linked to the desire to protect family honor and reduce the financial burden on the family. Segment 4. Top 4 countries. Number 4. Afghanistan. Coming in at number 4 is Afghanistan, where the legal age for girls to marry is 16, but with parental consent, marriages can happen even earlier. Cultural traditions and economic factors play significant roles in these decisions. Number 3. Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, there is no legally defined minimum marriage age, but guidelines recommend that the age of 18 is ideal. Yet, with parental and judicial consent, marriages of girls as young as 15 are still practiced. At number 2, Somalia has a complicated marriage law where the minimum age is 18. But with parental consent, it's common for girls to marry much younger, often around 15. This is heavily influenced by cultural and religious factors. And now, the number 1 country where it's legal to marry young, Iran. The legal marriage age for girls is set at 13 with parental consent, and for boys, it's 15. Cultural traditions and religious beliefs heavily influence this practice, making it one of the youngest legal ages for marriage in the world. While these ages might seem surprising to many of us, it's essential to understand that cultural norms and societal values shape these laws. Early marriages have both pros and cons, depending on the perspective and context. What are your thoughts on this topic? Let us know in the comments below.